Today we're going to have another volunteer meetup to discuss our projects, but more specifically, we are going to be looking at the education system in Ghana and how we can support it, what issues there are in the project we have planned coming up. So I have sent out an agenda to everyone. I hope you've all had time to take a moment to look at that. For the most part, it will be Maxwell and I speaking, and then towards the end, you'll have an opportunity for any questions and to share anything you'd like. Answer and receive questions. I hope my Ghanaian friends have information they'd love to share with everyone about Ghana, and I hope my abroad friends, because I don't have a name for you all to categorize, but abroad sounded okay, have questions for our Ghanaian volunteers also. So to start us off, I would really like if we could all go around and just introduce ourselves. There are some new faces, some old faces, so if you could just tell us your name and I don't know what country you're from and a fun fact, any fun fact that you see fit. All right, so I guess to start off, my name is Willow for anyone that has not met me virtually or by email, but I think I've talked to all of you. I am the co-founder of WIN with Maxwell. I am originally from the United States, New York specifically. My fun fact is that I have lived on 4 of 7 continents. All right, Hannah, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure. My name's Hannah. I joined WIN fairly recently, earlier this year. I'm from England, more specifically Birmingham. And a fun fact, I'm studying to be a journalist at the moment.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing, Hannah. David, I hope that's your real name and not just what your Zoom name says, but welcome. We're just getting started and giving introductions. Rebecca, would you like to go next?
My name is Rebecca, and I currently live in Chicago. And a fun fact is that I was born in Spain.
Excellent. Great job. Thank you. Joseph. Yes, maybe.
Hello.
Hi, Joe. Oh, yes. Okay. You're not Dave. You're Joe. Sorry. Joseph Sakiti. You go second. We'll let Joe Strange go and then Joseph Saki.
Oh, I'm Joe. I just graduated from uni in Birmingham. And the fun fact about me is that I'm a quadruplet. So I got 3 brothers the same age as me.
You're a what?
Quadruplet.
I don't know what that is.
So I've got.
Oh, I think it's the freezing. You have a twin brother, right? Sorry, your connection's a little rough.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's me.
All right, so I'm sorry, just to repeat, so I'm sure that I heard you. You're Joe, you just graduated from uni and you said you have a twin brother, right?
A quadruplet, 1 of 4.
Okay. All right, Joseph Sakiti. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your last name too. Joseph Sakate. Hello. All right, Maximilian, how about you?
Hello.
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 All right, wait.
Willow, I think Joseph is on the line now.
Yeah, now he's on the line.
Yeah, I'm on.
You are like my students. You gotta
Yeah.
turn off your camera and don't listen. I don't like that, Joseph. All right, go ahead.
Wow.
please.
Good evening to everyone in the house. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Joseph Sakite from Ghana.
Do you have an interesting fact for us, Joseph?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, come again.
Do you have a fun fact to share?
I can hear you clearly.
Do you have a fun fact to share? Okay, thank you, Joseph. Thank you for joining us. All right, Francis, would you, or no, I'm sorry, Maximilian, would you like to go?
Hello, my name is Maxwell Dominicus. I'm from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, East Africa. And my fun fact is I used to speak Chinese, fluent Chinese, Mandarin to be exact, but now I can't really speak Chinese, speaking too much Swahili.
Well, Swahili is also an asset. Excellent. Thank you for sharing, Maxwell or Maximilian.
I start, man. I have to contribute. Well, that's my village. I put in a long time. When I'm a question, instead of video.
Okay, Francis, I see that your hand is up. Would you like to go? Francis Osei.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, good evening to you all. My name is Francis. I'm from Ghana, born and raised in Ghana. Attended Pentecost University College, and I'm done with my degree in human resource management. And currently, I'm the managing director for World Inspiring Network with Maxwell. And so that is a little bit that I can say about myself for now. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Francis. Guys, if you have a bad connection, you can leave your camera off and just turn on the audio and it should help you. I know we're all connecting from very different parts of the world and it can be difficult, but let's try and manage it the best that we can. And also, if you can't speak, you can type it into the chat box to me and I will read them out for you. So we also have Frida Otabil joining us from Ghana. I'm sorry if I butcher your last names though. And she is a graduate from the Pentecost University College. Thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything you'd like to add, Frida?
No, please. I just introduced myself in that brief way, so I think that's all. I'm also one of the volunteers in World Inspiring Networks.
Yeah, so she's one of our Ghanaian volunteers on the ground. For those of you that don't know her. Hi. All right, whoever's on the Hawaii Y7, would you like to take the opportunity to go?
Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Adam.
Thank Thank you. Welcome, Adam.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Adam. Please tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hello.
Adam, tell us about yourself. We can hear you.
Yeah, I am Adam.
Okay, Adam, and Adam is from Ghana. And what else would you like us to know about you, Adam?
Yeah, I am Adam. I'm pursuing a Bachelor of Degree from Education. I am the ambassador for World Inspiring Network to Volta region.
Yeah, excellent. Yes, he is our new ambassador for Volta region, working with Kojo and Maxwell there.
Exactly.
Good.
Thank you. That's what I can say about myself for now.
Okay,
I'm also in Ghana.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Adam. We appreciate your assistance. Jackie Jane has also wrote in her.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if you are a female or a male, Jackie Jane, because to be frank, in my culture, that's I don't know. Okay, female. Okay, sorry. All right, so Jackie Jane is from Lebanon, and she can speak 3 languages from an early age. I'm guessing English, Arabic, and maybe French. And Jackie Jane is our only nurse. And yes, all right, excellent, thank you. Bernice, I think you were the last one, and then, Bernice, Anise, and then Maxwell.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ines from Tunisia. I'm an English teacher. Fun fact about me is that I speak 4 languages: English, Arabic, French, and Italian.
Ooh, French, and what was the last one?
Italian.
And Italian, excellent. All right, Bernice.
Hello.
Hi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Bernice, a level 400 student at the Ghana Institute of Journalism in Ghana. And I volunteer with other organizations as well. And I just deem it necessary to add my quota to World Inspiring Network. So I'm a volunteer with World Inspiring Network as well.
Yeah. Did you want to add anything? Sorry.
No, that's
okay. All right, excellent. Thank you so much, Bernice. I'm sorry if I ever cut you off. Please cut me off. Maxwell, that leaves us with you.
Yeah, hello everyone. I am Maxwell from Ghana, the founder of World Inspiring Network. Yeah. Thanks so much. So by the end, you surely know me more. Thanks to everyone for joining today's meeting. I'm so grateful.
Okay.
All right, thank you everyone for coming. So I don't want to take too much of your time this evening or afternoon, depending on where you're joining us. So we shall continue. So we have done a welcome. This is our planned agenda. So now I would like to present to you the education system of Ghana. It should be about 15 minutes, and then Maxwell will talk about current issues. And given that we're a pretty small group, we probably won't go into breakout groups, but rather just stay as a large group and exchange. I hope that's okay. Can everyone see my screen that says Ghana education system? Okay, great. I would also like to ask everyone to mute themselves for the time being, unless you're talking, just to avoid any extra noise. All right, so Ghana education system, how is it set up? So the Ministry of Education is represented by the 16 regions, regional offices and 216 district offices. These offices are responsible, are responsible for local implementation of the national education policy. They also govern schools and are in charge of supervision, budgeting, and compiling data and analysis for each district. The West African Examination Council, Ghana National Office, is charged with holding national examinations in primary and secondary education, technical and secondary vocational education, is coordinated by the Council for Technical and Vocational Education Training. So some basic facts. So basic facts, education is compulsory for Ghanaian children ages 6 to 15. The official language of instruction in Ghanaian education is English, except for the first years of primary education, when the most common indigenous language is used for each region. So if you're in, and the academic year runs from August to May. But to break that down a little bit more, if you are in, say, Volta region, the dominant indigenous language will be Ewe, so children are taught in Ewe to begin with, and then it goes from 100 to 70 to 30. So you have L1 and L2 that children are taught in. This isn't super important information, but I think it gives you a broader understanding because they are bilingual students. They don't begin speaking English or using English in the classroom until sometimes primary 1 or 2, sometimes earlier, depending on the teacher, really. All right, so here is a visual aspect of the Ghanaian school system. So you have primary education that you start with. It lasts for 6 years, primary 1 through primary 6. Then you go on to your junior high school, or middle school for those from the US, which is for 3 years. And then you will also go on to high school for 3 years. This has changed. It was previously 4 years with the previous administration. I believe it's still, it is, sorry, I lost my train of thought. It is currently gone back to 3 years. Students do not have senior secondary school is not mandatory. Students can complete at the level of basic education and go on to diploma or and then go on to higher national education. So Ghanaian children can enter the school system as young as age 3, but must begin by age 6. Education begins with pre-primary or Kirsha, which includes KG1 and KG2. This is like pre-K. And then primary education begins with primary 1 or first grade and continues until primary 6. Following primary school, children go on to junior high school. This lasts for 3 years, forms 1 through 3. And then upon completion of junior high school, pupils earn their basic education certificate. They also have to complete a standardized examination in order to earn it. Education through the completion of junior high school, Form 3 is free and compulsory in Ghana since 1995, and in 2017, Ghana under Nana Akufo-Addo established free senior high school education. Senior high school lasts 3 years with forms 1 through 3. Primary education. So we as an organization are focusing our efforts on primary education with a little bit of junior high education, as many of the communities do have a junior high school within their premises. However, our project, our sponsorship project will focus on primary school students. So in Ghana, children are obligated to attend school from the age of 6. This is also the age at which they start primary education. Primary education lasts for 6 years and consists of a 3-year lower primary phase and a 3-year upper primary phase. During primary education, the curriculum places an emphasis on reading and writing, arithmetic, and the development of problem-solving abilities. Pupils are taught subjects such as English and the regional indigenous language, arithmetic, biology, music, dance, handicraft, and citizenship education. No certificate is awarded upon completion, and pupils are usually around 12 years old on completion of primary education. The school year in primary education only lasts 40 weeks. And then in secondary education in Ghana consists of a junior phase and a senior phase, each lasting 3 years. The junior secondary phase concludes the compulsory school age years. Children are then usually 15 years old. During the junior secondary phase, pupils are taught subjects such as English, mathematics, social studies, and integrated science, in addition to basic design and technology, religious and moral education, French, and ICT. At the end of the junior phase, pupils sit examinations to obtain their basic education certificate. A school year in the junior secondary phase lasts 45 weeks. And then during senior secondary education, pupils are taught English, mathematics, social studies, and integrated science. In addition to these subjects, they can choose from a number of electives. These electives are followed in the specialization of agriculture, business, technology, and trade, as well as general education, arts, or science. Senior secondary education is concluded with examinations for the West African Senior School Certificate, or the WASEC, which has since 2007 replaced the Senior Secondary School Certificate. These examinations are held by the West African Examination Council, Ghana National Office. To obtain the West African School Certificate, pupils take exams in 4 compulsory subjects, namely English, mathematics, social studies, and integrated science. In addition, they must take examinations in 3 or 4 electives. In the specialization listed above, pupils are usually 18 years old on completion of senior secondary education, and the school year phase lasts 40 weeks. All right, questions on the education system in Ghana? All right, beautiful. All right, thank you guys. Maxwell, do you want me to share your presentation, or are you going to share your screen?
Yeah, I would like to share my screen. So.
Okay. All right, you should be good to go.
Yeah, please, can you see my screen? Okay. All right, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Maxwell Odonkor. As I said, I'm the founder of World Inspiring Network. And today I'll be talking to you about education in Ghana, as my co-founder said. And we'll be looking at the challenges, the progress, the way forward, recommendations, questions and answers. Then we are done for today. All right, so the progress, okay? So over the past years, our governments in Ghana have been trying all their best to ensure children in Ghana access basic quality education. So since 2000, they have tried what they can to make sure that the target of universal primary education is achieved. There has also been a dramatic increase in literacy rates, and many more girls are in school than ever before. Yes, so that is what our governments have been able to do so far, and I think it's a plus. Even though there are potholes, but then they are still pushing forward to make sure that everyone get access to basic education here in Ghana. So what are some of the challenges that are facing our students despite government support? So we've seen that even though all of our governments that come in power try what they can, they try their possible best to ensure children in Ghana here get access to basic education. But there are still challenges. As I said, there are potholes that needs to be filled. So some of the challenges faced by children in Ghana here in assessing not only children, but let's say students here in Ghana in assessing quality education has to do with financial challenges, inadequate facilities, ignorance, child labor, and many more. So when we look at the financial challenges, I personally come from a deprived family, so I know what exactly it comes in when I know what exactly it is when it comes to financial challenges. Most of us from the village, our parents are farmers, and farmers on a small scale. So it makes it so difficult for our parents to get enough funds to buy the needed resources, to get to get money for us for our feeding, and many, many more. There are a lot of people here in Ghana who are unable to buy school uniforms. They are unable to buy school bags, school pens, and many more to help their children to get access to quality education. Then inadequate facilities. As you can see in the picture here, there are a lot of children in deprived areas here in Ghana. It is so pathetic. Most of them sit under trees. Some of them lie on the floor before they can write exams, before they can take lecture notes, and many more. It's a challenge here in Ghana. As you can see, to majority of them from the second picture on the left has no uniform. They just wear their home attire to school, which is so bad. And also, as I said, they sit under buildings. Some of them use woods because they are not even in the classroom to use those resources. And even teachers are inadequate here because the government is unable to employ as many people as they can. And then when we come to ignorance, coming from a deprived home, it is a very big challenge when you go to most of the deprived homes here in Ghana. Our parents, most of them did not attend school, so they do not understand the need to educate their children or their child. They do not understand. The same applies to the children. They do not understand. They don't know the benefits. Majority of them don't know the benefit of attending school. So they see it as a normal something that it is okay for them. If they attend, fine. If they don't attend to, it's okay. So our parents, for instance, those who even has a little bit knowledge in education, they intend to support the male child instead of supporting the female as well. They mostly think that when they support their female child, he or she will get married and then later leave home. So therefore, they won't get any benefit. And therefore, that also becomes a challenge. We also have child labor as another challenge here in Ghana because of poverty and the ignorance. A lot of our parents mostly use their children as in the labor in their farms, which is also a very big challenge. Yeah, so I have a short video here. I'll be happy if you can take a quick look.
Maxwell, in order for us to hear it, you have to share the audio on your computer.
Okay.
There should be, it should be an option down in the panel on, it says like you're sharing screen, and you should see an option that says stop sharing screen on the bottom of your computer. Yeah, it's in there. See that green? You should see a green and a red thing. And okay. It's in there, and you open it, and it says share computer sound.
Okay, let me see.
Here, if we switch and I share it, I can do it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay. So.
This is Osnudope Methodist Primary School, and we came to visit.
I think we still can't hear anything.
And we came to find out that most of them, as at stage 4, are still writing on plywoods. They call them slates. Okay, so as you can see, this gentleman, this cute ladies over here, at stage 4, are still writing on plywoods called slates. No exercise books for them. Okay, which is very, very pathetic.
All right, so this is just a short video of one of the communities we are supporting, okay? We went to Osunudompe community last year, and this is just a snapshot of some of the challenges we are talking about here. You see people at stage 4 using plywoods. So the thing they are holding in their hands here in Ghana is called plywoods, mostly made by a wood. It's called plywood. So they use it, and it's called slate. So they use a chalk at stage 4, which is so pathetic, and it's so serious here in Ghana. Okay, so the way forward. Yeah, so as I said, the government is making a lot of impact. The government is forcing to ensure children in Ghana here will also get access to quality education. So we are also looking as an NGO, as a nonprofit, not to sit down, but also to contribute towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, that's the SDG4 here in Ghana, which ensures that every child, to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, and also promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So SDG 4 is part of the Sustainable Development Goals, the Sustainable Development Agenda set, which is supposed to be met by 2030. You and I have to do a lot. We have a lot to do to ensure this goal comes to fruitful. So achieving inclusive and quality education for all reaffirms the belief that education is one of the most powerful and proven vehicles for sustainable development. Yes, so as we said, for our people in the deprived communities to escape poverty, for us to meet all of the 17 sustainable development goals, we have to really tackle the roots of poverty. We have to tackle the roots of all issues, and that comes in with education. Once the people are educated, once they know what education means, I believe that will be the basics for the solution to most of the challenges we are facing today. Yep, so as I said, as a nonprofit, we have something to do. You and I has a lot to do, and that is why World Inspiring Network has planned to come up with a project titled Send a Child to School. So Send a Child to School is an initiative which in the next video, our co-founder will be speaking about it. So please watch the second video.
Hello, my name is Willow Faulkner, and I'm the co-founder of the World Inspiring Network. I am so excited to tell you about our upcoming project, the Send a Child to School initiative. The purpose of the project is to support 4 rural communities in Ghana, Ahomahomasu, Asunudompe, Besibon, and Tafimado, by providing books to children ages KG2 through junior high school Form 3 in these communities to mitigate the effects of not being able to attend school during the COVID-19 crisis. In addition to these books, we will also be providing masks and a learning workshop on proper hygiene during COVID-19. Further, with the projected start date of the next academic year beginning January 2021, WIN is also working to identify 120 of the most in-need pupils to support to attend school through the purchasing of uniforms, learning materials, and other necessities for school. We will be working to change the behaviors around school attendance by conducting community sensitization workshops on the importance of children attending school to 1,500 community members across our 4 communities. In addition, we will also be working with local nurses to provide hygiene education for 1,500 community members across 4 communities by providing workshops on safe hygiene practices during COVID-19. Further, we will be collaborating with the local school officials and teacher-parent associations to identify the students most vulnerable to dropping out of school in order to support. Finally, we will provide support to 120 identified children through the provision of support and counseling in addition to uniforms, learning materials, and other necessities for school. We are so excited to have you on board in support of children's education and look forward to working with you further.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks to everyone. And what I want to say is, as I said, we have a lot to do, and therefore we need your input with the project I just spoke about now, with the project our co-founder also spoke about now. We need your input. If you have any recommendations, if you have any question you would like to ask, if you have anything you think will help for us to achieve achieve the SDG 4 here in Ghana, you are warmly welcome. So I would like to hear from each and every one what you think will help, what we can do, so that the people here in Ghana will get access to quality education. And as my co-founder just said, we have to take an action. We have to take an action now because, as I said earlier, people here in Ghana, majority of them are poor. And now COVID-19 has also, I don't know how to put it, but COVID-19 has also increased that challenge. It has also made the challenge, it has also risen the challenge, and therefore we have a lot to do. So can you let me hear from you if you have any recommendations, if you have any advice, if you have a question you would like to ask. I'm ready to hear from you. Thanks so much. Hello, Willow, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm waiting for questions, comments, recommendations, advice, whatever you have to say. Yeah.
Could you stop sharing your screen so we can see each other? Thank you. All right, well, I would like to use this opportunity to actually, we had one more item on the agenda before questions, which I wanted to present a recent article we received for our blogs, blogs and articles, and Rebecca actually wrote it, and I thought it was a really great article and a great example for those of you that are interested in contributing to the articles and blogs. For those of you that are abroad volunteers, this is a great way to get more involved by doing research and creating advocacy and publicity around education issues in Ghana. Rebecca, would you like to read it or would you like me to read it?
I don't have, here, I can read it if you want. It'll just take me a second. Is it okay if you read it? Because it doesn't seem too loud. Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna read it for you all. I did make some small changes and I will send them to you. All right, so this is by Rebecca. The title is Education in the Midst of a War Between Humanity and COVID. COVID is taking over our world, and it takes a matter of seconds for us to worry about the war that has begun between humanity and the virus. If it's not the economy we're worried about, it's our health. If it's not our health that we're worried about, then it's the education of our future leaders, the people that will make a difference. Schools have been jeopardized, and new styles of learning have been put into place. Our situation is tragic, but we're stronger than we think. We can fight this war, win the battles, and get through it. We will see the light at the end of the tunnel. While it would be an understatement to say that getting there will be easy, new methods of learning are taking place and communities are supporting each other more than ever. In June 2020, Elizabeth Poma from Tamale, Ghana, described her life after school closure due to COVID. She says, "Due to the school closure, my life and that of my family have changed a lot, and a large number of students, teachers, and parents are in the same situation." She also states, "Despite the remote learning platforms to combat the effects of COVID-19 on education, I and some students in my community still face a lot of challenges in ensuring equitable access to these services because we do not have access to online learning devices or the internet at home. While it's so challenging for many students, the community is taking action." Elizabeth later states, "Thanks to some teachers around me who help with weekly assignments. However, I am always actively learning." Millions of students from all grade levels are in the same situation as Elizabeth, whether it may be more or less drastic. The magnitude of this crisis is like nothing anyone has ever seen. The struggle. While homeschooling may be an option, it's not an option for all. To ensure kids are learning, many parents have taken up homeschooling, but making such a drastic change is hard for both the parents and kids. There are many distinctions. "Some days she wants to watch TV only," said Nora Akimson Avekor, an Accra-based parent of a 4-year-old girl based in Accra. "Some days I am super busy with the business and we don't even get time to do anything at all." Parents have a variety of responsibilities, and teaching their children adds to their list of things to do. Motivation is key for success. Many children are self-motivated to do good in school, but many others are not. While at school, some kids do not have the urge to open a book, do their homework, or study for tests. This urge is not likely to increase at home. The impact of this pandemic has taken a toll on children of all ages, but those who are getting ready to take big tests that will determine their future are being affected the most. A teacher from Sagnaragu municipality said, "Many of the children only learn at school. They don't study at home. Since we have been home, if you ask many of the students, they will tell you that they haven't opened a book. And these are students preparing to write the BECE. The act of changing can bring about anything in the world. Possible solutions and inequality. To ensure kids are getting some kind of education, especially those that are getting ready for the BECE, the Ministry of Education has launched several broadcasts on television. The use of Zoom, WhatsApp, YouTube, and Google Classroom has also been put into action, but there are always kids with no internet access who are eligible to attend these classes this way. While some students are privileged enough to have access to phones, iPads, or computers, there are many who aren't. This creates a huge gap of inequality between students. If our future leaders care, then you should care too. Future leaders into action. As the virus keeps thriving, African youth is taking charge in their education. They have challenged themselves in a variety of ways. If they're not battling against misleading information that gets around in their communities, they are leading hand-washing campaigns and advertising sanitation. In the long run, this will save many lives, and it already has. In Ghana, young engineer Richard Kwarteng and his brother Jude Owesi have developed solar-powered hand-washing basins as an innovation composed of sensors and an alarm of 20 seconds to ensure that hand-washing is done in accordance with the World Health Organization proposals. The young engineers are working with the president to consider adding additional basins in cities throughout the country. This innovation can bring about change in Africa's sanitation even after COVID is no longer a threat. In Cameroon, in order to respond to the safety of school reopening, the local youth association launched the One Person, One Hand Sanitizer campaign, which has produced and administered over 10,000 bottles of hand sanitizers to communities. The Voice. While some students aren't scared of the virus, many are terrified, and this is what they have to say about it. We have to go to school to write our exams to be admitted to the university, but with coronavirus around, it is terrifying, Joel Sohn, a student currently doing his finals, told Deutsche Welle. He later on explains, it makes me feel insecure because you never know who has the virus. From what I'm hearing, some people might have the virus but don't show any symptoms. In case I go to school and contract the virus, I might unknowingly pass it on to my parents. So in a way, I'm concerned about my safety and the safety of all. The fight towards inclusion continues. We can't leave kids behind, but we might just have. Kids with disabilities are greatly impacted. While everyone worries about students' education, some are leaving out those with disabilities. This is an injustice that should be dealt with because they too deserve education during this unprecedented time. In schools, institutions, or universities, students with hearing loss have interpreters, and those who are blind have sighted friends that assist. Through any digital platforms, it becomes extremely hard for them to keep learning. Esinam Alawobu, a student with hearing loss, had explained to Global Voices her experiences with e-learning. She says, sometimes some tuners will use audio instead of caption, but I am deaf. I can't hear on audio. That means an interpreter is supposed to translate it for deaf people. I have to meet the interpreter through the Zoom app, but unfortunately we can't meet often due to network connection problems and some phone problems. Kids all around the world are encountering these problems, and it's unjust that they have to go through it. Teachers are exploring a variety of new platforms that will work for everyone, but they have to keep in mind the cost of internet data and the cost of the platforms. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to Rebecca. Big snaps to her for submitting her blog article. We really appreciate it. Anyone else that would like to submit a blog article or a more academic article, I have sent out rules or a construction of how it should be set up. So if you don't have that, let me know and I'll be happy to share that with you. It does not have to be as long as Rebecca's. She's done really well with that, but it definitely doesn't have to be so long. It can be about half of that, really. And I did see, sorry, Maxwell, I'm going to continue on my platform. I did see another message from a niece about ways to get involved, and she's not here. All right. Well, for those of you that are here and still have questions about getting involved, some ways that you can get involved prominently is first by writing blogs. We are working on another project. So with that project, we're hoping to get all of you on board as our global ambassadors to promote this project and to help us with fundraising and to promote education in Ghana through advocacy and through these means. Maxwell, would you like to add?
All right, thanks for the opportunity. Yes, as you said, we'll be okay, and then we'll be happy to work with you all as ambassadors for the various places you are. But as she said, we are ready to hear from you. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think will help. What can we do to make this project a success? Okay, as we said, there are a lot of people here in Ghana that need support so that they don't get left out of school due to COVID-19. So let's hear from you what you have on board.
Yeah, hello. Hello, please, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, Francis.
All right. I think I've really learned a lot from the presentation from both Willow and then Maxwell. And then from Maxwell's presentation, I realized that you realize that a lot of people in Ghana are really struggling to have access to quality education. And with a project that he proposed that with a name, Send a Child to School, I believe that it will be a great support to government, making sure that all children under school going age have access to quality education. So since COVID is also around and still many students don't have the chance to go to school, I think that we can also do something which will preserve their life, so that when they come back to school, the necessary step that we want to take to help those that are in need and those that can't provide support for themselves will be given. So for now, as I heard Willow reading from the statement from that article that she was reading, that providing nose masks and these sanitizers can also help preserve their life, because if these things are not in place and the children find themselves getting affected with COVID, I believe that our project of sending them to school can be fulfilled. So the first step that I think that we can do for now is that we should be able to generate money, or we can buy these things, sanitizer, nose masks, and these things, and give to the people in Ghana. For instance, we have about next month or so, those that are informed to and SS2 will be going back to school. And then hello? Can you hear me? All right. So what we can do is that we can provide such people with nose masks. We can provide them with sanitizers to help the government, because the government can't do everything. Even before they go to school, the government provide them with nose masks and sanitizer and other stuff. But it is not enough to sustain them to the end of their semester or the end of the term. So I think as an NGO, which we are so determined and so willing to provide the support to government and to the people that are in need, I believe that we can also do these petty things to make sure that our children are safe and they can also have access to quality education. So that is what I can add for now. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that is excellent. That is so excellent. Thanks so much for the contributions. So as Rebecca was able to identify some people here in Ghana doing some machine, some technology stuff, I believe she will be the best person to really link up with those people, so we can collaborate and partner with them, so we can really help the people in mitigating so to prevent them from getting COVID-19. Yep. So let's hear from the other people. Okay, Willow.
Yes, sorry, I would just like to chime in. Actually, we have in our budget created a plan for masks. So actually, sorry to continue taking your time, but I'm going to share our recent budget with you if it's right here. That's not the right drive. Where'd it go? Oh.
Yeah, so as Willow is searching for
I found it, sorry.
Budget. Okay, all right.
Got it. All right, so this is being sent to some partners, but this shows a bit of what our Send a Project to School project is looking to do. The costs are in Ghana cedis. I've left them in Ghana cedis because inflation and currencies are consistently changing, but we would like to provide all of these, including masks. It is on our list. So right now we have 600 masks ear tagged, but we're hoping to increase that number depending on how much support we can garner. We do have a few Ghanaian volunteers that are actually seamstresses or tailors, so they have agreed to support us in this project with their labor. So we are just paying for the cost of materials to provide these things, and these would be reusable masks, so the students would be able to use them. They would be made out of cloth. However, I do really like this idea of hand sanitizer, Francis, and Rebecca, in your article. I think that we could probably find a way to actually make it ourselves cost effectively and then distribute it. But we could look into that further. It hadn't really come up, to be honest, but it is a great idea. Sorry, so that's all I have to add to that.
All right. Okay, and then we even with tailors, our volunteers who are, some of them are seamsters and then tailors. I think that this is the time that we can also advertise our organization. Are you getting it? By branding it with our name. Are you getting it? So that when people wear it, they can also know about, they will yearn to know more about World Inspiring Network. What is this organization? What are they doing? What are they into? And I think that will also take us far and make other people be willing to also donate and then help and then fighting against such things. So I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I really support that.
Excellent. Thank you, Francis. Does anyone else have questions, comments, concerns?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I think Mohammed joined later, if it's
Yes.
true, and then we also have
Andrew.
Andrews and Sean also here. Yeah, so I'll appreciate if they can also introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Mohammed Tausif Nur Jawad, and I'm currently residing in Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh. It is a country of South Asia, just beside India. And I have been in volunteering, or I just sent my application, I think 2 or 3 months before, and I was selected maybe just during the 1st of July or before that. And I actually missed the other volunteering meeting. And this is my first time joining a volunteering meeting. And I've read through the description about what will be discussed. And unfortunately, I actually joined a bit late. So I'm apologizing for my delay. And I'm really appreciating that the good works you're doing, and also hope to contribute myself if I can. And yeah, and now I'm just learning about your works, so that like in future I can contribute, or in this project I think I will try to contribute, but I'm just learning actually. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Mohammed. I do have the video recorded, so I will share that with everyone after, so you will be able to take a look at anything you missed.
Okay, thank you very much. That would be very helpful. Willow. Okay.
Okay.
You're welcome. Andrew?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, we can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you very much once again. I'm very sorry for joining late. I wasn't feeling well and I had to sleep small. So I just realized, I wake up and I said, no, I have to join this meeting because I'm ever willing to help with it. So I have to listen to whatever is going on so that if anything that I can use to help, I also help. Anyway, I'm also in Ghana and a member of WIN. Thank you very much. And I'll listen to the video recording later, and all that I have to say, or whatever that I have to do to contribute, I also come on board to contribute. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Max.
Okay, so Willow, you can proceed there.
All right, thank you everyone. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Mohammed. So this is about what concludes our program. I don't really want to take more than an hour of your time. If anyone has any questions or so forth, you are still free to ask, or you're also welcome to always email myself or Maxwell. Our emails are just Maxwell and minus Willow at worldinspiringnetwork.org. And yeah, thank you so much for all of your time, your support and consideration. And I genuinely look forward so much to working more with each one of you in the future. So thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening or day or night, wherever you're joining us from. And I can't wait to see you at the next event. And please feel free to share anything that you might think supports us or something you think we might want to endeavor with a project. We're always looking for input from our volunteers. All right, thank you everyone. If no one has any questions, you're free to go. If you do, throw your hand up or unmute yourself, whichever, I don't know. Okay, great, thank you. Goodbye, friends. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.